Okay, this is your passenger base. So in Teams Unit 3, you've got your passenger base directions and you've got your dimension drawings. So we're going to make a 3.17 by 3.17 rectangle. And I'm going to make this rectangle on the XZ plane. So my rectangle is going to be 3.17 by 3.17. I'm going to extrude this rectangle up 1.53. Once I have this rectangle extruded, I'm going to add the 0.3 fillets on the 4 edges. So I'm going to create a fillet. 1, 2, 3. See my edges turning black and blue? My edges are turning black and blue, and those fillets need to be 0.3. Very, very simple. Now my rectangle on the top that I'm going to cut out is a 1.98 by 1.59. So rectangle on the top, 1.98 by 1.59. When I position this rectangle, the 1.98 needs to be 0.5 from the front. So I'm going to D for dimension the front edge to the edge of that rectangle, 0.5. And the 1.59 is 0.82 from the front. So I'm going to slide this up, use my pan. I'm going to dimension the front to the 1.59. This should be 0.82. There we go. Now I'm going to E for extrude, and I'm going to push this down, negative 1.07. And I'm going to create those fillets in the corner. These fillets have a 0.2 radius. But before I type the 0.2, I'm going to go ahead and tell it that I want to fillet all 4 corners, because why would I want to create 4 separate fillets when I can do it all at once? 4 fillets at 0.2. There we go. Boom, done. My next cutout is a 2.4 by 0.93. So I'm going to create another rectangle here. Don't constrain it to any existing geometry. So when you see these blue lines and X's and triangles and circles and dotted lines, that will constrain your rectangle to new geometry. Don't do that. We want to be able to position this rectangle. So I want my 0.24 to be 0.39 from the edge. So D for dimension, the edge to my 0.24 side, 0.39. And my 0.93 needs to be 0.30 from the top. So D for dimension, the top, down to my 0.93. This needs to be 0.30. There we go. E for extrude. Try that again. E for extrude. Push that in, negative 0.57. If you didn't see that, the depth right here is 0.57. We can push that in. And then we can add the fillets. Modify, fillet. I want to get these corners. So when they turn black, I click them, they turn blue. That one, and I still need this top guy over here. These fillets are also 0.2. Done. My back cutout back here, I'm going to scroll down. This is a 2.5 by 1. So rectangle. Again, don't constrain this rectangle. We want to be able to position and locate it. So don't constrain this rectangle. I think I just got a constraint. R for rectangle. Don't constrain it to any existing geometry. This should be 1 by 2.5. Very good. And to locate it, the 1-inch side should be 0.27 from the top. So I'm going to dimension this from the top, 0.27. And my 2.5-inch side should be 0.34 from the edge. Let's pull that up. D for dimension. 0.34. There we go. Now I'm going to E for extrude, and I'm going to push this in Real quick, if you want, you can fill it with your sketch tools. I know we talked about this in class. You can fillet these corners before you extrude to the 0.20. If you like that better, it is literally the exact same thing as doing 3D fillet. So the 3D fillet or, the sketch fillet, same thing. E for extrude, push this face in negative 0.57. Does not matter where you do the fillet. You can do the fillet on the sketch or you can do the fillet on your extrusion. Now we're ready to do the cutout. So I'm going to put another rectangle on here. And this little cutout is in our detail drawing. So make sure you scroll down to this detail drawing. We're going to cut out a 0.06 by 0.06 rectangle. And it's going to be 0.30 from the top. So again, don't constrain this rectangle. 0.06 by 0.06. I'm going to slide it over to the edge. And then I will D for dimension from the top. That should be 0.30, 0.3. And when I E for extrude this, I'm going to push it back and I'm going to tell it instead of a distance to cut all the way through. Okay, very simple. I'm going to do the same thing over here. R rectangle. I'm going to make a 0.0, don't constrain it, Make a 0.06 by 0.06. Oh, that's not right. 0.06, that's better. Line that up with your edge. And then dimension it from the top. 0.3. E for extrude. Push that back. Cut it all the way. Done. Now we're going to change this to wood. So I'm going to open up my body, right click, do physical material. My physical material window. Where'd it go? Physical material. There it is up there. I'm going to open up my physical material window. I'm going to open up my wood. I like cherry. There we go. So we have a cherry wooden passenger base. Now we're going to add our text. So our sketch tool, our sketch menu has our text tool, and we're going to type the model number, which is T9. Once we add that text, we can position it so it looks a little better. E for extrude, and we can pull this out. 0.05 is probably good. Once we get that pulled out, we can right click, go to the appearance, expand your appearance menu, and we just want to do faces. We just want to put this black on that T9 face. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to turn this around just so I get the black paint on the face of my T and my 9. And that's it. We're done. Make sure you save your work and call it passenger base. And this should be in your 5.2 folder, not your 5.5. All right, that's it. Good job, guys.